Hello, my name is Ira, and I am a writer, and I just realized that my mic, well, my phone, my mic, I just left it on the table. Hello, hi. I am starting an authortube channel, a writertube channel, whatever you would like to call it. I have coffee. I didn't have coffee the first time I filmed this, and I'm realizing now that, coffee is an essential for late night videos and talks. I made a whole little list script thing, and I have it here because I keep messing this up. So I'm gonna follow it now. My name is Ira, and I am 18 years old. I turned 18 in April of this year, and I am a writer. I'm also a student. I'm waiting for my exams, and I also work. I live in Pakistan, and that is why I'm wearing a t-shirt in November, because global warming. This video is going to be an introduction and a bit of, it's going to be like something akin to an author newbie tag, but not really because, well, I'm not exactly doing the author newbie tag. So let's get into it. First with the Q&A. Question 1, how did I begin writing? And when did I decide that I wanted to be an author? I was 13 when I first began writing full stories, and those were fan fiction for the most part. A friend of mine introduced me to various fandoms, and I just dove straight in. Before that, honestly, I had no real interest in writing or reading. I hated reading, actually. And so fan fiction is pretty much what got me into writing, and I write original stories too. I still do write fan fiction sometimes. But I am so glad that I got to experience writing in such a free way. So that's how I began writing. I didn't really decide to become an author. It was just kind of a thing that grew. It's like a snowball. I don't know if I'm using that phrase right, but when I say snowball, I mean that when I was 13, you could imagine like this little snowflake, and then it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling as I grew older and older. And that snowball, that giant snowball, which is now probably really, really big, um, is the thought of becoming an author. It's a really terrible analogy, but that is that's what being that's that's how I decided to be an author. I didn't decide, it just happened, and now I want nothing more in my life than to write stories and share them with people. So there you have it. Question 2. What got me into reading? So I actually have it right here. When this was like shortly after I started writing fan fiction. We traveled, my family and we traveled, and I found this series, The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. I had begged my parents to buy me the entire series, and they did, which I'm so grateful for. And I spent the entire trip in the hotel room reading the series. It was like it was in the span of 5 days. I read all 5 books because I didn't actually start with the first book. I started with the second book. And so that's how I got into reading. It was sudden, it was aggressive, it was passionate, and I think my way of reading is perfectly described by that scenario. So there's that. What's my favorite book? I also have those here. So I have 2 favorite books. I don't think you can call the second one a book, really. I mean, I guess it is. My first favorite is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's my absolute favorite. I love everything about this book. I love the story. I love the way that the author, built up the characters into real people. And I just loved this overall. It was an amazing read, and I would love to reread it sometime. And then my second is The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. This is a series of 5 books, and I don't know what to say. Read it because it is so incredibly good. Read the trigger warnings first, but it's so good. It's just amazing. The art is amazing. Everything is amazing. The next question is, what genres are my favorite for writing and reading? So out of all the books I've read, I've mostly read classic literature, and therefore literary fiction is my favorite. And my main project, it's literary fiction. It's gothic lit and literary fiction, and somewhere in speculative fiction. I actually don't know if you could count it as literary fiction. I need to think about that. So literary fiction, fantasy, romance. I love, love, love. What do you call it? Hold on. Help! I forgot the name of the genre. Horror. I don't know why I forgot that. I love horror, and I have quite a few horror stories, I think, that I've written, and I've read quite a lot too, and I love gothic literature. I love supernatural fiction, like just supernatural fiction overall. So those are my favorites. And those are what I mostly read and write. I prefer historical fiction. And I like sci-fi too, by the way. You can Brandon Sanderson over there. I love sci-fi actually. Okay, next question. What are my hobbies? I write. My other hobbies are reading, listening to music, writing fan fiction. I love to write like analysis essays on films. I think it's so fun, and that's something that I do. And oh my god, my coffee. And I like trying out new stuff. I tried out crocheting last year, and I still have like a bunch of yarn. So there's that. I like making little crafts sometimes. I love collecting fountain pens, and drawing. I love to draw. I'm currently learning how to draw, so there's that too. Okay, the last question is, what are my content plans and what am I excited about for authortube? I plan to make mostly writing blogs and write with me videos, just cozy chill videos like this one, about writing and about my life. And there's also going to be writing advice and how I read and write as someone with ADHD and how that impacts my writing. And that's pretty much it. And I hope that that is something that you all will enjoy, because this channel is an incredibly big thing for me, and I'm so happy to be finally doing this. And what am I excited about? Everything. I'm so excited about everything. I'm excited about the community. I'm excited about sharing my projects. I'm excited about just filming and editing, and I think it's so fun, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm already doing it, but like I'm so excited to join authortube and writertube and find a community here, because I think writing is the kind of thing where you need other people. I think maybe it's just me, but I need other people, and I am so happy to be finding other people through authortube and writertube. Okay. Wow, it's been a while. Let's talk about my projects. I'm currently working on a gothic literature, fantasy, queer romance, slightly political story, which is going by the name of Project Gothic Fairy Tale. And that is what I'm going to be working on this November, and what I will be talking a lot more about in the next video, because next video is going to be a writing blog, and I'm excited to film that too. Project Gothic Fairy Tale is a story that it was originally going to be a reimagining of Beauty and the Beast, but it has changed quite a bit since its initial conception, and I'm not sure that that is the right way to describe it anymore. It has a curse, it has romance, it has politics, and it has everything I love about Gothic literature in it, which is just everything about Gothic literature. So let's talk about another project. Cradle of the Womb. This is a short horror story I wrote earlier this year. It was for a literary magazine and I didn't get in, but it is something that I do want to share. So it's going through edits right now because I realized that it needed some fine tuning. So it's going through edits right now, and I'm considering submitting it to another magazine. So there's that. It's a short horror story, roughly a little over 2,000 words, about a girl and her mother and the never-ending cycle of generational trauma and some other stuff in it. It's really vague. I don't know how to describe it either. So you'll see it when you'll see it. I'll be posting a link here some point in the future once edits are done if I haven't submitted it to a magazine. Other than these two projects, I do have some other ideas here and there, but nothing completely concrete. So I don't think it's anything to look forward to. But I will be writing a lot in the future, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please like, and if you do want to see more, please do subscribe. I will be posting a writing vlog soon for the month of November. And I know I'm a little late, but I will be doing something for November. I'm not sure what yet, but something. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for staying here until the end. See you in the next one. Goodbye.